Hello, trading is closed on February 24th, 2021. We always start with our disclaimer, go over yesterday's calls, and then make a prediction for tomorrow. It's my plan for tomorrow, February 25th, 2021. I can be completely wrong, so if you plan to trade on this, do so at your own risk. Please follow the rules of my channel. I will block you if you don't. My email is mejt.trades@gmail.com. Looked for the pattern with the early high. This is it, and tomorrow has the early low. We had a target, an ultimate target of 38.30.31. I said ultimately it should print. There was nothing requiring it to print today, but as long as we held on to yesterday's high, I thought we'd see that sooner rather than later. We didn't hold on to yesterday's high, and that's what killed the pattern. Usually I make plenty of plans which don't work, but usually when they don't work, they're killed before the open by gapping smartly in the wrong direction. Every once in a while, that doesn't happen, and today was one of those days. I had everything worked out for this stop to hold. We traded higher overnight, gave it all back at the open. That's usually a sign you're not going to recover it, but recover it we did. And once that high was taken out, the idea was killed. Here's what we said. The high holds, we should undercut the low quickly. Now, 2 days ago, we had this target of 39.0293. When we gapped down like this yesterday, if somebody would have told me we'd hit that target today, rallying over 100 points from yesterday's low, I would have thought they were crazy, but we hit it. We have a new target from today, 39.1194, and unless we gap up smartly, it's favored to print. Now, gapping up smartly isn't impossible because futures are already up. But if we don't gap up smartly, that's the target. How about 38.30.31? It looks awfully far away, but 39.0293 looked awfully far away yesterday morning, and we hit it. So these numbers should print. They just don't always print when you want them to. Here's the pattern from today. Says the move is false. We're going to undercut that line. This is still the pattern we had. This is a pretty good reversal here. It's stronger than I was expecting, to be perfectly honest. We could actually rally past the old high without changing anything. I did say that at some point this high would be overtaken. I wasn't expecting it to be threatened as soon as it is. Now we're going to have to bid adieu to our old count. We had this nice ABC up, but this kills the idea, so we're going to get rid of this and come up with something else. This is my current count from the high, an ABC down with good fibs and wave A down being completed. Now again, this probably isn't the only way to count it. It makes good sense and it looks logical, but so did the count we had yesterday. This wave up, in my opinion, you can't really count. This looks like an ABC with C equal to A, but you can't tell what degree of the wave you're in, and I really can't come up with good fibs right at today's high. Now, you don't have to have good fibs. I mean, you could say that's A and that's B and that's C. You could even count this as 5 waves if you want to. But I'd be happier if we could trade higher before ending this wave up. Doesn't mean you won't go down first. And doesn't mean you have to go a lot higher. Tomorrow's pattern has a early low. We could gap up. Usually it's a rally day with a final hour high. If you don't rally, it should lead to more weakness in the days to follow. We have a lower target. If we don't gap up smartly, it's favored to print, but futures are up, so it isn't impossible that we do gap up. My current count, again, it's not the only one. Is this rally as the last one before we drop? Can't find wave balance at today's high. Doesn't have to be there, but usually is. Possible targets for the end of the leg, which can't be counted accurately at this time, include but don't require hitting a new all-time high as an expanded flat. Now, breadth didn't improve on today's rally, and even if we do hit a new high, it just adds a new divergence to the market's toppiness. It's not good when you hit a new high. The number of stocks participating is far under what it was at the last high. So I do think we're in the final throes here, but I've thought that before and been wrong. Just we have a lot of what we need. I just don't think the market has a lot more upside in it. But after today's action, I can't conclude it's over. We have a lower target for tomorrow, but I suspect we're going to at some point trade higher than today's high and possibly over the all-time high before we start to drop, which I still think is coming. At this time, I'm still looking for an ugly March, but we just take it a day at a time. And tomorrow has a really low. It's usually a rally day, and that's today's call.